Good afternoon, groovy citizens, and happy satisfying Saturday to each and every one of you. So listen, I hope your day has been going great. Really great. It's not that late, but great nonetheless. I know I have gotten in some awesome rest today, and as soon as I'm done with this video, I need to go past my sister's house real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and then I'm gonna sit down and work on my notes to get today's podcast done. I think I'm behind 2 podcasts, to be honest with you, but not even that so much. I realized yesterday when I went, Tim and I, like I said, we went to speak at a school, and I realized yesterday I had 5 different podcast platforms, but I actually only really...
Phone book update failed.
Thank you. I only post to one. So I need to get a schedule where I am promoting to all of them. So I need to work on that today, as well as doing some editing. So that's the extent of, I guess, the highlight of my day. I'm going to go and get me a pizza and some wings. Don't judge me because I don't judge you. From Domino's. And yeah, that's going to be my night, because this is the girl is going to get up and go to church in the morning. Now, let's jump into the second part of this video. Yesterday, if you watched my video from yesterday, which you probably have not, because you know what, it just dawned on me, I never shared the link. So, and it's still marked as locked, so I need to go and do that too. But anyway, I digress. I did the first part on yesterday. Today is the second part, and I'm super excited, so let's jump right on in. And the topic was principles of the Stoic mindset that could transform your life. So we're going to pick up at number 6. This is one that most of us don't like to talk about, but death makes life epic. Now, I know you're thinking, say what now? Well, death can be seen as a valuable realization. It ensures that we make valuable use of our time here on earth. So we must think of death as an incentive for living in the right here and now. And I know, like I said, most of us don't like to think about death. Most of us don't even like to talk about death. But the reality is that death is real. And if you think about it that way, it will make you decide that you are going to live your life to the fullest. Live it to the fullest. Don't be one of those people that are always sitting around going, yeah, I'll do that later, or I'll do that later on down the road, or after I retire, after this, after that, after the other. Stop doing after, because sometimes after doesn't show up, okay? Live life right here and now. Enjoy your life now. Stop waiting until you retire. Stop waiting until your kids get grown. Stop waiting until your grandkids, if you have any, get grown. Stop waiting until whatever excuse you've come up with. Stop waiting. Live life right here and now. Number 7, happiness is a side effect. So when we pursue happiness as a goal, actually, it makes you unhappy, because you're always looking for the next win. And when I thought about that, actually, I had to let that sink in. Let me put a pin right there. I had to let that sink in a couple of times, because I thought, what in the world? And then I realized, you know what? If we rely on things to make us happy, we're always going to be looking for the next thing to make us happy. And when that thing doesn't happen, then the happiness just isn't there. So that is so very true. So it's better to strive for a state of being where you have peace of mind and aim for self-fulfillment when you pursue the right thing and work on yourself. You are most likely to find fulfillment within yourself, independent of external outcomes. And I actually love that. I truly do. And I realize for a long time now that I am that person that I don't need people, places, or things to make me happy. I can find happiness within. And a perfect test of that was during COVID. Do you know how many people said, Michelle, oh my God, I can't wait till we get back out? Because, we were on Zoom calls. And for a lot of people, they were just excited about that. But others were like, oh my God, I miss being around people. And I miss being able to touch my sisters and brothers in Christ, and just, just like I said, just be around people. Me, I'm good just being by myself, to be honest with you. But it is nice sometimes being around people, as long as they're the right people. But I said all of that to say, learn to be content with you. Learn to find happiness within you. Stop always needing something or someone to make you happy. Because when those things don't happen, then you're sitting there, you're mad at the world, you're sad, you're upset, you're angry, because nothing came along to make you happy. Honey, I'm just as happy as I can be. Number 8, a map is good, a compass is better. It's not about reaching port, it's about sailing itself. That's why it's important to set direction. Research what you're good at, and then you can do what suits you. Your goals will find you if you determine your direction first. And far too often, many people don't. Many people want to do what everybody else is doing because it's the end thing. So I want to do it too. Not me, but people think that way. What I'm saying to you is, if you're not sure, just like oftentimes when I ask, and sometimes these are grown folks, what is it that you want to do with the rest of your life? You'd be surprised at how many times people say to me, I don't know. And that's really sad, because you should know. You are at a point in life where you should know. This is why I'm talking to younger people, getting them to think about what is it that you want to do. Don't wait until you get 30 and 40 and 50 and beyond to start thinking about, oh, okay, now what am I going to do? No, start thinking about that now. It's never too early to think about what it is that you want to do. It really isn't, okay? So, what did I say? Research, what is it that you're good at? What do you think your calling is in life? What has God called you to do? That's what I want to know. What has God called you to do? Because see, I'm walking in what God has called me to do. But I need, for those of you that don't know, I need you to think about, do some research on what is it that God has called you to do, and then start doing that thing. It's as simple as that. Number 9, character is your most important project. The most important question in Stoicism is this: how do I cultivate good character? You see, good character is built on 4 key values. That's courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom. So these are character traits that anyone can train so that you can live a good life for years to come, as well as for everybody else. You need to know those 4 things as it pertains to your character. Let me share them again. That's courage, temperance, justice, and wisdom. And your character is built on those 4 things. I need you to really think about that. As always, everything is in the description box. And last but not least, number 10, actions speak louder than words. I'm going to say that one more time because I love that. Actions speak louder than words. Here is a simple but crucial question to ask yourself. What do you need to do for something? Form a picture of what it will take to accomplish something, and ask yourself if you are willing to take those steps. Once you do that, there is only one thing left to do, you guys, and you guessed it, it's to take action. You cannot say you want something and at the same time not take the actions necessary to achieve what you want. I see this more often than I care to, where people say they want to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and they want all these things. They want to go these different places, do these different things, and the list just goes on and on and on. And the one thing that I'm noticing is there's no action. So You can want something all day long, but if you don't start to work towards getting it, it's never going to happen. Too many times we have a lot of wants and needs and desires, but there's no action behind it. And so your actions speak a whole lot louder than your words. You can tell me, if I asked you, what are your goals for 2024? I'm pretty sure you can read off a long list of goals. I mean, who can't? But at the end of the day, are you really going to put the action behind those things that you want to do in order to achieve them? Because here's the reality. And I know some of y'all are going to say, well, Michelle, isn't that being kind of negative? Actually, no, I'm just keeping it real. The reality is that some of you made a list of things that you wanted to achieve this year. You made that list in January. For some of us, we made it in December because I like to come into the new year with my list already done. But nevertheless, you made that list and you haven't even touched the list. You haven't even so much as looked at the list again. And what's going to happen is you're going to get to the end of this year and you're going to go back and look at all the things that you wrote down that you wanted to do. And you're going to say, wow, I forgot I said I wanted to do all of these things on this list. And it's not like you couldn't have done those things. You just didn't. You just didn't. Sometimes for some people, we're good at creating lists, but we're not good at following through with the things on the list. And that's unfortunate. So what I want to encourage you all today is when you get off this call, Lord have mercy. When you get off this video, if you have not watched yesterday's video to see what the first 5 things were that I shared with you, check that out. But then after you do that, I want you to get out your journal. Hopefully you all started a journal, which reminds me, I still need to get my video done so I can show you guys my vision book for actually last year and this year because I forgot to do that. But anyway, get your journals out. And if you did not write down anything, I need you to write down some things that you are going to accomplish this year. Because here's the sad reality, you guys. We are in the second quarter of the year already. There are only 4 quarters in a year. And we're through with the first quarter. We're into the second one. So I need you all to not sit back, not get relaxed, not keep thinking that you have plenty of time, because I know on the 1st of January you thought, oh my goodness, I got 364 days left in this year. I'll get everything done. But the reality is that time is going fast. It's ticking away, just like that. And if you're not careful, that time will get away from you. Because I'm going to tell you something. I can raise my hand. I've been that person where I got down to the 4th quarter of the year and I realized, good God, I have this whole list of stuff that I wanted to do and I haven't even touched this list. You know why? Because I kept saying, oh, Michelle, you got time. You have time. And the reality was I didn't have as much time as I thought I had. So, having said that, I want you to get out your journal and I want you to go through that journal, look at what you wrote down, and start coming up with a plan to achieve the things that you put on your to-do list. Now, if there are things that you don't want to do anymore, or you just have no interest in, because sometimes we do write down things that we don't always follow through on, and that's okay, then just draw a line through those things and make a little note, not interested anymore, or something similar to that. Okay, but for the things that you truly want to achieve, I want you all to achieve them, because I want you to get to the end of this year being able to look back on your goals and say, I did it. And I did it because my actions, come on somebody, spoke louder than my words. Okay? Because I'm allowing my actions to speak louder than my words, and I want you to do the same. So, having said that, you guys, I'm going to leave you be, because like I said, I need to run to my sister's house real quick and then get on back, because I have some stuff that I need to get done. And then I can just relax for the rest of the evening. And I don't know why I'm singing out loud, but I can relax for the rest of the day, I should say. I think I'll go by and see Frankie on tomorrow because I'm just feeling good, just being able to sit down and do nothing. So I'm going to continue to do that as I continue to allow my body to heal, of course. So if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, if you have a topic that you would like for me to talk about, if I'm able to, reach out, let me know, and let's try to make that happen for you, because I want to make sure that as I am encouraging you, speaking life into you, motivating you, that it's actually stuff that you really want to hear. Not saying that, because we go to people's pages and we listen to whatever it is that they put out, but I do also want you all to know that if there's a specific topic that you do want me to talk about, let me know, and I'll do my best to make that happen for you, okay? So if you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I do car conversations every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So make sure you come back on Monday for another motivational topic. And if this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. I miss you when I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I don't know where you live, but here in the DMV area, it is 70 degrees. Now, it is windy, and it has been windy all day long. It's windy so much so that it's causing my bushes to, the azaleas to move, and the swing of the bushes is setting off my Ring camera. Seems like every few minutes the Ring camera goes off, and of course I look just because I want to make sure there's nobody outside, and it's not. It's just the bushes moving in the wind. That's how windy it is. So wherever you live, hopefully it is a beautiful day outside. Get out there and enjoy it, even if it's just sitting in your own front yard or your backyard. Just get out there and enjoy it. If you don't have a yard, go to a friend's house and sit in their yard, okay? But just get out there, enjoy your day, no matter what you do or who you decide to hang out with. I just ask two things. Number one, that you have fun, and number two, that you do so carefully and safely, okay? Listen, you guys, I love you all to the moon and back. You know the drill, you know the spiel. Nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, can ever change that, because I love you all so, so very much. I truly do. And when I say that, I mean it from my heart. I really do love each and every one of you. I want nothing but the best for you. And this is why I'm always telling you that the best is yet to come. Your actions speak louder than your words. Stop saying that you want to do all these great things, but then there's no follow through. Because you're better than that. You are absolutely better than that. Okay? Love you all, and we'll talk again on Monday.